Come on out and have some good times with B.A.S.S Bass Tournaments. Our champions in the Northern Division, B.A.S.S Bass Tournaments here at Clear Lake. 33 pounds for 5 fish. This young lady, Monica, catches 2/8, second big fish of the tournament. 2 8-pounders. And that's a PB for you, right? One of them's a PB. And she had, like, this year, you know, on Facebook, you can watch. She goes, oh, I got my PB. I'm like looking at it, watching, I'm going, hey, congratulations. Boom, boom, boom. She's out here, you know, with hubby. And now she does it in a tournament. You know, you're fishing with the young lady right here. You gotta love that, right?
100%. I couldn't be happier if it was me catching all 5 of those. To have her crack her PB today and catch another one over 8, I couldn't be more excited.
So she was gonna fish the first tournament with you out here on Clear Lake, and then she got real sick.
Yes.
And then you had to have a second teamer come in.
I did.
Yeah, and just couldn't crack the 8 mark with that kid.
No.
No, so just whatever she was doing just wasn't right.
No, she's very patient, very methodical. I knew we needed to slow down today. I downsized us, and that just right into her strength.
Excellent.
And she crushed it.
So when you're saying downsize, he's saying, what were you using that you had to downsize to?
We downsized on our minnows.
On our minnows. How big was the original minnow you were throwing?
It was
5.
yeah.
5 inches? Then you downsized to a 4 or a 3?
3.5.
3.5?
And the 4.
And a 4? Okay. What were you guys targeting? What were you looking for?
Well, we had a lot of leaves and different things around us, so I'm always just kind of looking at that outside edge.
Okay, you're looking at the outside edge. Are you looking at, is there any weeds around those? You're trying to keep them in and around the weeds?
Yep. We'd look at our live scope and we could see bait and fish, and I'd just turn it off and tell her that this is the spot, and we just start covering water with it. I'm not real good at scoping like some of these younger guys are. I get real frustrated when they follow and they won't eat, and so I turn it off. And I fish the minnow and try and visualize that the fish are there. And you just keep throwing, and she's great at it. She just throws and throws and throws and throws, and then she's yelling fish, and here we are jumping for a net.
You know, when you're catching 2/8 in your personal best again this year, because you do it twice, and then you did it again. So you went bing, bing, bing. Are they all on the same bait?
Yes.
Yeah, it was this year, huh?
And so it's just been a really good year for you to be throwing those minnows. Excellent. So anybody you want to thank?
Well, my husband, because he took us to the right spot.
Okay.
And then you guys, because you put on an awesome event.
I
every time
appreciate
we're
that.
here.
And anybody you want to thank?
Of course, my wife. She supports this. Not only is she my best partner, but when I'm doing my own thing, she's behind me 100%.
Well, and she probably backs you up better with the net than somebody else that I know.
She does a really good job.
There you go. And vice versa, does he do a good job with the net?
He does.
Because he had to do most of the netting today on the bigger fish. I'm just saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for our champions at 33 pounds, guys.